I knew I wanted to become a midwife shortly into my journey to become a nurse. When I first entered nursing school, I thought I wanted to do trauma or ER, and then I had my labor and delivery rotation and saw my first birth, and that was it. So I became a labor and delivery nurse first, realized how much I really loved birth, but how much I really appreciated less interventive side of birth, and that's why I wanted to pursue midwifery, so I could offer that kind of care to my patients. I love women's medicine because we get to be such an integral part of women's lives throughout their entire journey of womanhood. I love taking care of young girls as they navigate birth control and just general women's health. And I love, obviously, taking care of women throughout their pregnancy and getting to experience the birth of their child, and what an awesome transformative experience that is, all the way through menopause. It's just pretty awesome to get to be such a huge part in women's lives throughout their whole life. Midwives can provide annual women's healthcare services to older generation of women as well. We do see women all throughout menopause and just transitions hormonally throughout your older adulthood. And again, we just provide a very nurturing, attentive care throughout that time in life. The most challenging aspect of my job is caring for women during times of loss, specifically perinatal loss, whether that's a miscarriage or a loss of their baby during their pregnancy. It's something I'm very passionate about. I've served on a lot of perinatal loss committees, and I walk Forever Footprints every year, and so I'm very passionate about this, but it's super hard every single time. My most memorable patient encounter was actually one of my very first births when I joined Orange Coast Women's Medical Group. I had a very sweet Australian woman under my care, and it was not only the beautiful ambiance in her room and during her birth of a beautiful soft music. She was mobile and just very active during her labor. She had the most supportive partner with her and just ended up having a beautiful birth on hands and knees. And it was not only how beautiful the birth was that was so memorable to me, but it was one of my first times truly experiencing traditional midwifery care in the hospital setting. And to me, it just felt like I had totally hit the jackpot in finding this practice and getting to practice the kind of midwifery care I wanted to practice in the setting I love to practice it in. And it was just a fantastic moment for me in many ways. The three words I would use to describe myself is attentive, caring, and determined. In my spare time, I love to hang out with my husband and our golden retriever. We love to travel when COVID isn't ending the world. And we've been all over Europe. I most recently hiked all over Iceland with my mother. So I love to hike, I love to camp, I love to be outdoors. Yeah. Orange Coast Women's Medical Group is differentiated from other OBGYN practices for me and our midwifery practice specifically, in that we have the OBGYNs in Orange County that founded midwifery care within the hospital setting. So I think it's really important in choosing a midwife to know that you have a group of physicians that are backing us, that truly support what we do, and that truly empower us to provide the kind of care we want to provide for our patients.